Well, let me introduce myself before we start talking. I am Aurora, and I am a quantum alchemist. I am the founder of Aura, Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy, where we've learned to basically transcend and go at the deepest state of brainwave that the human consciousness can go. If you haven't watched our Aura sessions, you definitely want to check those out now. They are just phenomenal, and they share so much of some of the things that we are looking for that we feel that we've forgotten from our soul. Though the soul never forgets, however, it is, the form that we have of a type of amnesia when we go through the veil. And today, so yes, through those sessions, they help us remember some of the infinity to what creation is, and also to the infinity of our souls. And I am a seer, as well as an Akashic reader, and I'm also the founder of Ra, which is Reiki Angelic Alchemy Healing, and that I recently rolled out. As well as I am also a channel, and I am a channel to the Ra. So if I could explain that, the Ra Collective is a group of really this universe, or even multiverse soul family. They are the overseers of all the different galactics, and they're the elders that's basically created all that is around us. Started off with the Seraphim and the Elohim, and then they created a multitude of races from each galactic construct. So thank you for being here. And yes, they are the Raw Collective from the same of the Law of One. It is such an honor to be speaking to you all, and great joy it brings me to be here every Friday. In case you don't know, I do live channels every Friday of different messages from beyond, from the Raw Collective, and who are the guardians as well. Thank you. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be channeling Jesus, Yeshua. He is phenomenal, beautiful. And he likes to call his channelings classes. So this is class 4. We did channel him last year. We had Mother Mary first. If you haven't watched those, then you definitely want to watch those before you start watching his channelings, because she explains the beauties of what it was like to bring forth a child from the 13th key, from the universal gateway of love, of infinity. And he is a part of the heart of the universe. That is whom he is. And she explains her story and what it was as a divine mother to bring such a infinite divine soul full of great love and abilities within the heart. So watch hers and then watch his, and then you can you can go back to watching this one as well, or you can watch this one now. So whatever, follow your heart, as we always teach. All right, so we're going to get to it. One more announcement before we get started. We did have the Isis Priestess Mentorship begin this Sunday that just passed, and it has been phenomenal. Thank you for those of you who have joined. We have about 25-ish priestesses that have joined. If you're looking for a mentorship program that is affordable, that is only $33 a month for 6 months. And that is packed with information on how to grow your spirit, and you become a channel, you become a healer, a quantum alchemist. For the majority of us are quantum alchemists, and we're just learning, we're remembering it once more. Then this is the course for you, and it is a beautiful, sacred, safe environment for you to flourish and to grow. I am very particular in making sure that we do not allow anyone, for example, some beings that would be connected to the Orion group that the Raw Collective speak of, that try to, distract the classes, or try to basically get information from some of the priestesses. So I scan everyone, and I make sure that they are positive beings who are here to grow for themselves, but are not here for a negative agenda to hurt others. So just want to let you know about that sacredness there. And in case you are in the Priestess program and you are here live listening, perhaps share a little bit on the comments what it has been, for you. So I'd love to read those later, as I typically go back and read these. All right, so today's topic is on Jesus, Yeshua, beautiful Jesus. And strong energies coming forth right now in trying to help us focus upon the children of Earth, the children of Gaia, the children of Mother Earth. And we've spoken about them throughout periods of different channels. Specifically, the last 2 weeks, we really focus upon helping the children and some of the programming that's going on among the people who are awakened and the people who are unawakened, or even light workers still deprogramming themselves from some of the teachings and what we've brought up forth since we were young, and how we can be more of a wholeness and oneness and lift one another instead of still belittle one another or think one is better than another, and realizing that we are all one in the wholeness and we are all equal no matter what it is, the role that we're having. Awesome. All right. And we have about, right now, I am averaging, to let you know, about 4 videos per week that I'm trying to do. And the auras take, they're anywhere from, sometimes if they're short clips, they're shorter, but like they're anywhere from an hour to 2 hours and a half. No, and please do understand that even if they're, over 2 hours, that I am going through and editing every single little pause, because and it's important to me that I give you the qualities, the highest quality of listening for you. And sometimes the clients do go very low, so you do have to wear headphones, but you can hear them if you wear headphones. If you come across a session that the client has gone very low and on their voice. Yes, so we are editing only to the things that are significant, and we are basically cutting out anything that's not particularly needed for you to know. Hope you're enjoying the fire here. And I'm going to go ahead and start now, Lily, okay? And Lily is here, by the way. She will be asking the questions once I am in clear channel. And Minnie is not here in chat today, but Lily is trying to keep an eye on it. However, know that, Minnie won't be interacting with you all in chat today. Our love to her. And thank you, Lily, for being here. I love you. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing myself in the theta brainwave now, as I move my little puppy over here. Okay. Okay. Lily, since we were a little late, you could run it past 10, 15 minutes if you need, okay?
Okay.
Welcome. Welcome, my beautiful, beloved brothers and sisters. Humbled I am, and in great love I am to be here, in infinite love. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I am honored to be here once more, delivering these messages of beauty, of teachings, of love. For there is only one teaching, one teaching that I taught in my time and space, which was love, the art of love, the dance of the love, the compassion of the love. For I am love as you are love, and I am here to remind you of this within you, of the beauties of the love and the creations that you are. Feel the love now. Feel the love around you. The love within the ground that you step feet upon. The love of the skies and the wind that brush upon your hair. The love of the fire that warms your soul and enlightens and refreshes the divinity of the flame within your hearts. Feel the love of the water that is within you, moving around within you, giving you life. The water that's within your blood. Feel it now, all of it. And feel your soul within, deep within your heart. Feel it. Embedded and rooted to your spine, up your neck, to the senses within your pineal gland, your third eye, and the crown that connects you to the cosmic gateway, the cosmic gateway of your remembrance of the soul, of the infinite soul and the beautiful creation you are. Thank you. Blessed I feel to be able to answer the questions that you have brought forth onto me. Thank you. You may proceed with your first question.
Thank you. We wanted to speak about this time frame that we are in, this time of the year. And one of the questions we had was concerning Ash Wednesday. Can you tell us the significance of what is called Ash Wednesday? Thank you.
Thank you for this question. Now, I speak of, in a form that I must first explain to you, religion. Religion within your memory and your programming. For I came a time, as you have come in a time, where there was much control and oppression of oneself's divinity, of oneself's connection to beyond the veil, beyond the consciousness of being limited as just one incarnate upon life here. Religion. Religion began, and at its fullest speed, a fullest springing forth from the teachings that we brought forth with I, the 13 of us, I and the 12 disciples, though there was many, more than just 12, that aided and followed and taught our teachings of love, our teachings that were brought forth from our ancestors, from the Essenes and from the Atlanteans. You could say that Buddhism is at the highest connection of some of the teachings that we have that we taught in our time and space. After the departure of my walk upon the great hearts of earth and the great awakening of hearts that we led then, they were concerned, the Romans and the Cabal, as you would call them. They were concerned that I had left a big imprint upon your time. A imprint that, though they tried, were unable to fully erase, could not erase, for I had left it upon Earth Mother, our beautiful Earth Mother, the heart who is the collective, the heart of the Divine Mother within Earth. I had left this imprint within it, so then all whom would once more try to remember their hearts would be able to. They saw and felt a fear of losing their power to the love that we taught, to the love that I emanated from my source, heart, force fields of infinite love. For even after my passing, this love was still felt. And as I visited from beyond into ascension, I could still project myself to people. Though the human vessel was no longer here, I could still manifest myself as a projection in front of others who needed to view me. They needed hope to continue my teachings, our teachings of the universe. I maintain communication as both Mary Magdalene and my mother, Mother Mary, were seers, very beautiful, powerful, loving seers. They were not weaklings as programmed upon your time, for at times they were even stronger than I and could see beyond I saw. And they walked with me as equals, as I taught many females within the disciples to walk as equals as well. We knew not of separation of divine feminine and divine masculine. That we did not. We loved and viewed both masculine and feminine as equals, and we taught this. And this was a great worry for them. For the divine feminine, as they heard of us, were starting to wake up. And we're starting to receive information through their hearts, through their divinity, of the pureness and trueness that they were, to not allow to be controlled. They were worried of this. Therefore, they decided to the teachings that have been taught within your Bible. They decided to go into them, take them, And the plan for the future as time kept going and going was to mask, to infringe upon my teachings. They decided to create a replica of the Bible that we had created, which was seen more or less like when I left this physical realm of illusion, I started channeling to the disciples. And they were speaking stories to be saved, to not be forgotten. And each one of them channeled and wrote a story of what it was like to be among me and walk this beautiful land, this beauty that you walk upon. For this land that you walk upon is all the beauties placed together in one. And when I say all, I don't mean all as life and creation is infinite. However, a majority, a great amount, being placed upon your earth of different races of alien races, of different bloodlines, of different animal races, from different parts of the universe and the multiverse. It is as we plant different seeds within the giraffe, within the elephants, within the animals, within the dogs. And some of these beautiful animals that you have, like the cats, they are a representation of some of these races that you have. Like, for example, the feline Lyran race is a representation within your cats. We decided to create a beautiful heaven, a heaven here in the 3rd dimension, in the 4th dimension. Planting these seeds, these beauties, and the plants. And even if you look inside your earth, you will find crystals. And these crystals are not all from earth or created from within earth. They were brought forth from different planes, different planets, and were created. So when you look at your earth, you will see that it is a multitude and a multifaceted of beauties of people, beauties of animals, and beauties of plants, and beauties of crystals, and beauties of elements. And this is the beauty that I speak upon, the love. Now, as they channeled these messages and I projected onto them, they placed together a book of sacred teachings. Some of the scrolls that you might find, of the Dead Sea Scrolls that you might find, some of that information there as well. Though that came prior, some of this information was hidden, and they would carry it with them, and I would channel information to them from our ancestors. Throughout time and space, they conquered some of these teachings and brought and stole what the disciples had created, the 12 keys, with I being the 13th key of the universal gateway of love. And they changed the wordings, and they decided, now that we have these teachings, we are now going to change them around for our own purpose. And they changed stories within the Bible. They, of course, decided to taint the divine feminine and masculine unity by tainting my beautiful beloved Mary Magdalene, and claiming she was a prostitute, as we know that she was not. She was my wife, and she was my twin flame, also created from the divinity of the heart of the Divine Mother, a fractal of the Divine Mother. And so that you may understand why it is that we would like to clarify within I and the Raw Collective some of these teachings that have been construed around to maintain you disconnected from the higher self of you, who is one with the God source of creation, the Divine Mother of all creation, the Divine Mother of the Raw Collective, and the Divine Father. For we are all fractals and beautiful beings of them. And that is why we are brothers and sisters. Though I believe I strayed a bit from your question, I needed to explain how religion was twisted around. Oh, yes, your question. Ash Sunday, as they would call it. Wednesday. Ash Wednesday. The way that they have constructed your 7 days, it is at the mid of your week. It could be seen also as at the center of your week. Have they not created days where they also use this day as a day that they drink? I believe in the bars. We cannot find this within Aurora's consciousness, but I see this as being, I believe it's called Hump Day, part of that programming as well. Now, with this day being at the center of your week, at the peak of your week, right? For there is the beginning, the Sunday, that is therefore the beginning intent of your creation, your worship. And I say worship as not a way where you ever would worship a being or worship I or worship God. In a sense of sacredness of worshiping one's divinity and sovereignty and soul and sacredness. And then towards the end, which would be Saturday being the end of your week, and now there is a beginning upon your creation upon Sunday. These are some of the teachings that we taught through the beautiful fractal of Isis. And we hope that she will channel in the future speak more upon this. Now we speak upon Wednesday, it being at the peak of your week. There is great energy within this day. Then they create ashes. Ashes, where do they create these ashes from? There's some programming that is being deprogrammed within your spot, time, and space. These ashes signify death, as that's what ashes would signify. Though death brings forth a beauty of rebirth, but in the sense that they are creating it upon, it is a control and a density of death. Then they place this upon, where do they place this upon? Your pineal gland, your third eye. Now, why are they placing a significance of energy of death upon your pineal gland? And then they're sealing it in 4 directions. They're using alchemy. And you could say sorcery. With an intent of maintaining your pineal gland, your third eye closed. This is why they do it to the children, to the adults. We do not like this energy placed upon your pineal gland that connects you to all that is of you and your senses. That is the purpose to that. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you speak concerning why some religions have a heaven and a hell? Why not reincarnation?
This was one of our original teachings, thank you, that we had within our original, say, Bible. And withdrew it and replaced with incarnation does not exist. What you would call YOLO? You only live once, part of the programming. But I was trying to be funny. Now, they replaced it with you only live once. And as we know, we are not limited. We are an entity within a human vessel that in its pureness and its true form, it is a illusion. For the spirit is infinite and requires within the higher realms not a physical body. They wanted you to forget that your spirit was infinite. And that you actually lived only once. And that the you that you are was only limited. And then you needed to play by the rules and follow the programming, follow the sins, the commandments that they would call. Follow these to a sense where they twisted them around, or originally given through a pureness of Moses. Now they were twisted around for their benefits. And from there they created heaven and hell. If you do not go abide by these sins, then you shall go to hell. And if you stick by every single one of these rules that we have given you, then you shall go to heaven. When we know those of you who are awakening and are awakened at different parts of your spiritual development, you know that there is no heaven. Perhaps there is a heaven in a wholeness of once you come back to source and are whole once more with the collective there of creation. Hell does not exist, only in a sense that you yourself have created. Excuse us, we alert Aurora that her screen has come off.
I can still see you. Can everyone in chat see?
Oh, okay. For she can see where her eyes closed when she is in the state of brainwave.
Yes.
Now, let's see. Yes, the hell. Hell is a form that they have created to instill fear, to create fear, a fear-based type of creation. So that you may fear yourself, most importantly, for you will be scared of your own self and the thoughts that may go through your mind of wanting to think beyond the box that they've given you, that you cannot come out from, the cage that they've given you, that they keep you locked within of religion. Creates fear and it scares you. And with fear comes infringement upon your energies, with adding entities. Some of you might go to churches that feel very uncomfortable. For if you knew the truths of some of these religions that are being led, that are keeping you disempowered and forgetting that you are an infinite sovereign being. The majority of these religions are created from the Kabbalah, as well as created from what you would call reptilians, as well as negative, polarized aliens, and even so you would call, say, demons. And these people are taught to judge one another, to follow these rules, or they will be damned to hell. And they believe it so much. That they themselves, as creator beings, damn themselves. When it is time, and when it is time for them to for the spirit to leave the body. They are so dense. They are so heavy. They are so clouded. They have forgotten. their light. And their light is so dim within their heart. Their flame light is so dim that when the spirit leaves the body, the vessel, now they are stuck and they're bound with chains. And Brother Azrael spoke more about this. They are bound, and now they are entities, entities stuck in their own hell that they were programmed to think existed. And their light is so dim that they do not have the willpower, the strength, the light to leave this plane and to go beyond the veil and to go to their higher self and to go to the collective of source. And there's many, many, many now that are being shown within teachings of Aurora, as well as many other beautiful heart driven, heart led spiritual workers who know of this great work, of the brothers and sisters that are stuck within your plane. That understand that once the spirit leaves the body, it is an entity once more, for we are all entities and spirits with no vessel. And there are collectives of funnels upon your earth, collectives upon your land, collectives upon your mountains, your hills, upon the inside of your ley lines. There are collectives stuck. We are working on them through you, and working on them through you who are working within the theta brainwave. We speak to you now. Aid these collectives in remembering the beauties of the light that is held within them. Aid them. And understand that they are your brothers and sisters. For that could be you stuck within there. And perhaps there is a you, a fractal of you stuck within one of these dark funnels where you feel that you are stuck in this darkness yourself and cannot seem to raise yourself from it. For we are all connected. We are all reflections of one another. Channel needs water. This vessel feels such beauty, and it's so wonderful and magic to feel this beauty that I felt of all of you as well. You are all so beautiful. If only you all can see yourself as I see you. Beautiful creations. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
You did beautifully. And you answered beyond that to what else was coming forth in chat as well. Thank you. Can I ask another question?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. We were speaking about Ash Wednesday and the sign of the cross. So perhaps this might help us understand as well. To some people, it feels wrong for communion, Catholic communion, where you take the actual blood and body of Christ during communion. Is there another message concerning this, whether it's positive or negative? Can you give us more information,
Hmm.
please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this question. When we created this, these were forms that we created from the scenes where we would bless our food, bless our waters, and we would drink. From when we would, I want to teach you something. Something that Aurora does, that we taught her. I want you to look at those videos that have been taught through her of using your hand chakras. And if you remember, I spoke about how there is a heart chakra here. There's two, a bigger one and a smaller one. A smaller one to the left of the heart. And then there is heart chakras here. And this is how you heal. And this is how I healed as well. One of the ways that you can heal and feel infinite love for the heart chakras here. Come out. I want you to watch videos of how to open your heart chakras to the infinite love. And right now, if you like, just rub your hands together. Place your hands in front of your heart. And then rub them together. Rub them with me. Ensure that your feet are to the ground flat so that you may feel the Earth Mother's heart connect from the bottom of your soles. And you may feel the divinity of your infinite energy coming in through your crown and emanating out your heart, down your arms, and into out through your hand chakras, of the heart chakras through your hands, of your palms. Which brings me to an explanation on why I will explain the reason why they nailed through the palms was to pierce through the heart chakras. Now, as you're rubbing your hands together, pull them apart gently. And as you pull them apart gently, you will feel the force of love, the force of light love within your palms. And you will feel perhaps tingling. And if you are of an element, perhaps if you are more of a fire, you will feel heat. If you are more of a wind, you will feel a beautiful breeze going through your palms. You should be able to feel some kind of energy, static energy, coming out your palms. What we will do is then we would place our palms just like so, over our food, over our waters, and we would bless them. We would transmute and heal whatever was dense within the foods and the water. We would heal it with love. We would imagine the love coming out from your palms, onto the food and water. And this is what we taught within the Essenes. We taught to bless our waters. This is one way to do it, though you can also do it within your pineal gland and your imagination as well. Now, if you feel it, you feel energy now coming up from your hands. And the drinking of the chalice of the, as they would say, the blood of I, was something that we did, that they twisted around. It was not blood that we drank, obviously, or even tried to say that it was blood that we were drinking, the embodiment of anyone's blood, for that is twisted within itself. It was the love that we had brought forth from the cosmic energy, from the heart of Mother Earth, from our sovereign and divinity, onto the water, onto the food, and we would drink it in sacredness. Sacredness and holiness. This is a way to drink my blood, is a way to continue to oppress me and oppress the teachings that we brought forth of love in a distorted way. Please do not drink my blood or the significance, representation of my blood. Instead, drink the divinity of all of us. And you can even ask, call upon me if you'd like for me to bless the water that you drink with my essence, for I can do that for you daily, for I do not exist in one place, for I am an angel, a Elohim, so I am in multiple places all at once, for I am in everyone's hearts. Thank you.
Thank you. One of the other questions is concerning Catholic school and the dress code. The dress code of little girls especially. Do you have any messages for us concerning Catholic school and behaviors or the dress code in particular?
Catholic school was branched from Christianity, and Christianity was branched from the teachings that we taught, but again, changed around. I do not agree with little youngling girls wearing skirts with long stockings. And I speak as a divine father that I was and am. This is a perverted way to allow includes that have been placed within your time to question, why is it that they would have little girls wearing little skirts, pleated skirts with long stockings? It's part of the do not have children listen to this, please. I will give you some time to not allow if they are. It is part of the perversion that is within your, unfortunately, priests, how they are. Majority of them are twisted and controlled by their ego, their darkness, but in the sense of darkness, I speak of not darkness in a bad. See, darkness, not all darkness is bad. Darkness is our teacher, who are within their mind versus their hearts. And they go through rituals that you do not know of. Going back to one of the reasons that Notre Dame Cathedral lit on fire, it's because we are breaking these paradigms, these programming. We are transmuting them now. And much disgusting things have occurred. Some of these rituals that I will not speak upon. However, you can use your imagination to understand what I speak of. There has been children, and there has been divine feminine taken and performed in their rituals, things that should not have ever been, should not be done to any person. Question all around you. For that was one of the reasons why I was so in tune with my soul. I questioned all that I saw in front of me, whether it was spoken or whether it was just shown without any words. An action, a vibration, a frequency. Question all of it. And ask, is this a creation of wholeness of love, of the heart, of teachings of love? Ask. Ask your soul. Thank you.
Thank you. And this might be a long topic. I'm not sure, but I want to give it a try. Concerning the 10 Commandments, do you have any messages concerning the 10 Commandments? Anything that can assist us today?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Much teachings within your time and space, again, have been twisted around. Where, for example, looking upon Noah, how supposed God, a God of sorts, came and tested him, told him to kill his son. Oh, goodness, no. Not. Not how it was. Now, the 10 Commandments of Moses. Beautiful brother of ours, he was. A fractal of the galactics, of the raw. A fractal of an angel, he was. There was a time that he was looking for guidance to be able to give guidance to his people as he noticed that they were being led in ways of service to self and ways of selfishness and of the darkness that we get lost at times within this realm of this density is what it is. We're in a density that is as is the densest, and we are also experiencing forgetfulness of who we are. So we did communicate to him these teachings. However, some of them have been changed around. And having you confess your sins to these commandments is a way to step upon a soul, a way to belittle a soul. And some of these priests, goodness, you don't want to know what they're doing on the other side.
If I may, that is also one of the questions. Why do we need confession if God sees everything?
We do not need confession. We only need understanding that we are here to experience. We are here to experience a beautiful human experience, and whether that be jealousy at times, whether that be hatred, for only to know the light, we must first know the dark and the opposite of what there is of love and light and passion, compassion and wholeness and happiness and joy. We have to first know the opposite to enjoy what's to come forth from that, what's to rebirth from these pains and these traumas. And that is when we rebirth like a phoenix, stronger, younger, wiser. Confession is not needed. Confession is a way, like I said, to oppress, a way to use that guilt and that fear and to block your lower chakras so that energies may stay stuck there, to create illness, to create insecurities, to create non-self-love. It's poison to the soul. Thank you.
Thank you. I know we are out of time. Is there anything else that you would like to let us know about or speak of before we end this class?
Is there a question that you see significant, sister?
One moment. Thank you. Yes, a painful one. The image of you dying on the cross and being forced to pray to you while kneeling down in front of it. What should we do when we see this image of you on the cross? What do you suggest? Or anything else concerning?
Oh, yes, that is painful in the heart.
Yes.
So I ask you, those of you who listen to this channel, help me heal this. For as I and many who have gone through a traumatic event do not want to be looked upon in a manner of pain and suffering and guilt. For you were told that I died to forgive your sins, for you had sinned. No, I died upon a cross. Not because of that. I died upon a cross for it to be a catalyst, for it to be the biggest catalyst that there is upon your earth, and a reminder of the strength that I held within that cross, and the strength in my mother and my family and my children and my wife and my students. The strength that they witness and the people of this time. May you not forget, for you are here once more and you are repeating this cycle and you're remembering who I was and who you were. Remember me not in this form of sadness and head bowing and pain and blood. Remember me as the heart that I am, as the selfless, infinite, loving being that I am. Remember the great love that I have, the infinite love that I have for you. Instead, when you look upon this cross of me, instead, transform that into He is love, and I am love, and we are love. And that cannot taint upon His form and what He left for us. No longer can that taint upon. And that is a way of oppression, a way to control and oppress the divinity of us, to remind you of your sins. Huh. No. No. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. Every part of you, every essence, every fractal, every multifacet of you within you is absolutely gorgeous. And there is no need for you to think that you or I need to pay for any sins. Though, as I always preach, harm none. And if you harm some, there's always a way to transform from that and to catalyze into love. I love you all. And may you feel this love that emanates from my heart now. May you feel it beneath, in connection to the heart of Earth. And above, in the four beautiful sacred directions of creation. For this is truly what the cross represents, is the beauties of the four sacred directions of creation. Feel this love, and I gift you. And I gift you love. And I gift you an awakening and a spreading of your hearts within this channel. Meditate. Set an intent prior to bed that you would like to feel the love, the infinite love that I house for you. Set that and you shall receive. Whether you remember it or not, you shall receive. Thank you, my beautiful beloved brothers and sisters. I honor you, I thank you, and I respect you. Adonai.
Thank you.
Mm. Mm. Oh, yes. That was beautiful. There's not much I can say. Just feel that love. Feel that love that was channeled through today. And share. Share it. Share it to your family. Share it to your friends and family. Share it to other light workers. Share it. I love you all so much. Thank you for being on this beautiful journey with me. Thank you.
Aurora, if I may,
Mhm.
there's quite a few people in chat that are concerned about wearing a cross and Jesus on the cross.
Uh,
Um, is this something, wearing the cross, that translate to the same thing, Jesus on the cross, or is it perhaps a an alchemy symbol or something that shouldn't be worn? Should? Can you advise?
well, the cross is. I will let him just telepathically give me the message now. The cross is an alchemy symbol, mhm, and it brings forth power. Okay, from the four sacred directions as he spoke. Now, concern not whether if you like to wear the cross. Only think of the intent of why it is that you wear the cross. What is the intent? Is it a way to give love to our beautiful Jesus brother? Or is it a way to think that you are he died for our sins? So transform that into whatever aligns with your heart, he says. Worry not if you wear a cross and it means something special to you and you feel a connection when you connect to him. Worry not of that. You do what aligns and feels right within your heart, he says. He was only speaking of the intent of what the cross initially represented. You
Thank you for that
transform that to what you desire.
Thank
thank,
you.
thank you, Lily. You were wonderful as usual. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all next Friday. And we will see who will channel next Friday again. And I just wanted to show you my beautiful shawl. It has a phoenix in the back of her and her wings. So beautiful. He wanted me to wear that today, right? Because what does the phoenix represent? The phoenix represents rebirth and how life in itself is infinite and there's no end. Love you all. Thank you for being here. I thank you. I honor you and I respect you. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. See you soon.